So guys, in this video we will be seeing the remote file inclusion. So for now we have seen the local file inclusion. So let's type the file name A and include. So we will get error because there is no file name A. So this is the file inclusion room from TrackMe. I thought this one is the best one to show you RFI, that is remote file inclusion. So whenever there is this setting, allow URL fopen and allow URL include in PHP, then we can include over the internet. So we can also include google.com. So but this machine was not connected to internet, so that's why it keeps on loading. Rather than that, what we can do is we can just first specify RCE passwd. So it did not fetch the google.com because this machine was not connected to internet. If you just type RCE passwd and you will see the contents of this passwd file. I have run the nmap scan on this IP address. We have the two ports open, SSH port and 80 port. So what I can do is, so if you go to the home page of this index.php, you will see like this content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include the same 127.0.0.1.80. So this is the localhost IP address of the same machine, and what we are going to do is we are going to include the index page of the own website. So this page I'm going to include it here, and you can see this is our main page and the inclusion of the index.php, that is this one. So that means this is a very good way to check whether there is a RFI or not. So now what we can do is we can execute the remote code. So we can execute the commands. So first, before that, we need to go search for php reverse shell and go to this pentest monkey cheat sheet, and you will get this. So you will get this reverse shell. You can change the IP address and the port number to get the reverse shell. So but before that, what I'm going to do is I am going to create one PHP file, php rce.php. Write in the code php system of $_get of C. So here what we're going to do is we are passing the C variable, and the value in that variable will be executed as a system command. So this is the code, and what we are going to do is we need to host this file under our web server. The simple way to start a web server is using Python 3 -m, use the module http.server, and if you run this, and you can see serving HTTP on the port 0000, that means on all interfaces. So you don't need to worry about the local host or another IP address, another interface address. So it will run on all addresses and on the port 8000. To get the IP address that I am connected to this TrackMe VPN is this one. So in the normal when you are doing the bug hunting, what you need to do is you need to use the burp suite collaborator, or you need to use the ngrok. So ngrok is very simple to set up, so you can just make sure that the program send some get request to that, so you can identify the RFI. So for now, let's copy this IP address. So if I go to normally my IP address port 8000, that is my web server is running on, and you can see the directory listing for this whole folder. So what I can do is, instead of including the localhost web page, I can include the content of php rce.php. So cannot execute the blank command, so that means it is including correctly, and here you can see the get request from this IP address. So get php rce.php. Now what we are going to do is we are going to say end c is equals to who am I. So what is this c? C is the content of this the placeholder, the variable. Now c is equals to who am I. Now this machine will again fetch the php rc.php from our box and try to execute the who am I command, and you can see we got the result as www data. So here you can see there is another request, because for each time you are going to execute a command, you will get the get request to this php file. So what we are going to do is we are going to find whether the Python software is installed on the box or not, and you can see the Python is installed on this box. So the one way to find out is which Python, or you can also try where is Python. Now if you go to the reversals, you have this Python reversal. So you can see here, copy all this one, and now let's say pyrev.py. So this is the file name I am going to give. So we need to change the IP address. So this is simple socket code. It will connect to the my machine and it will take whatever the input I give and execute that as command. If I view the contents of this file, and you can see the IP address is this our Ubuntu IP address, and the port number is 1234. Now I am going to host this one. So what you need to do is you can just simply copy this one and you execute here instead of which Python, and command is equals to this one. You don't need to do any URL encoding, the browser will do it for you automatically. Now hit enter. Sorry, we need to start the listener 1234. So using the netcat I am going to start the listener. So okay, let's run this again, and now you can see we got the shell. Who am I? We are www data id. So you can also lsb release -a. So we did not get that one. So ls, and you can see all of the PHP files, the source code of the website. And if you got the code execution, you can also escalate your privileges, and also you can view the configuration page, configuration files. Generally the websites have the databases, and that databases have some configuration files. So in the configuration files you will have some authentication details, so you can try for the other users, or you can also connect to the databases. So you can pretty much do anything. You can also get the root of the box. So you can see this is pretty much severe misconfiguration. If you should not allow the allow URL fopen and include in the PHP. So those cases will rise to include the files externally on the Google from the internet. So here what we have done is we have included the file from the HTTP protocol, right? So what you can do is, if the FTP is open, so you can just pretty much if the HTTP is blocked in the URL, so if the HTTP word is in URL, then it's like a blacklist character. So you can bypass, you can host the FTP file, you can host the PHP file in the FTP server, and you can include that in the RCE.php. So you can include like this also, and also Gopher protocol, you can also include the files using the Gopher protocol also. And if this system is the Windows but this is a Linux machine, if the box is Windows, what you can do is you can also use the SMB protocol, SMB. So there is one Python script, smb server.py from impacket. We can download from GitHub and you can run this. So that folder will be hosted as a SMB share, just like this HTTP share. So after hosting, you can just go to our Kali IP address / file name. So that file name.php gets included. So SMB will work mostly on Windows, but if the SMB is installed on the Linux, you can also give it a try for that boxes. So there are so many bypassing filters you can search in the GitHub. So remote file inclusion, bypass. So you can go to this book hack tricks. So you can also even, so this is the LFI. So it also contains basic LFI bypasses and RFI. So you can see here // so / is the SMB share IP address shared folder file name.php. So you can also try SMB, or you can just put the 2 backward slashes, and these are the payloads you can try. So you can also write a Python script to brute force all of this. So these are the PHP filter. We have already discussed this. Getting the source code. So okay, maybe we need to, so there should be some GitHub repos. So you can also use this expect. So expect runs this command and gives the output on the page. So here you can see more payloads. You can also try googling and try other payloads. So that's how you do you get the code execution from remote file inclusion, and also you can try few bypasses.